Don't you get tired of talking about yourself and your stupid photography? Well, I do. That is why in Photojournalist Diaries I decided to also feature my favorite photographers who I came across and sometimes work with around Asia. My first guest is the Penangite, which means she's from Penang, Malaysia, WinWin Chew. WinWin, apart from being an all-around travel photographer, has an uncanny knack for food photography. You know AirAsia's in-flight magazine Travel 360? Well, those are her incredible food shots that make you salivating over the pages. She approaches the dishes with such an eye that the food just comes alive on the photos, inspire and pretty much jump right off the pages. She's one of those food photographers who with her natural and straightforward approach even entice people like me who before seeing her shots couldn't care less about food photography. Today I'm heading to her Kuala Lumpur home where she let us peek behind the magic of her irresistible food photography. This is the Photojournalist Diaries WinWin Chew episode. Hello!
Hi!
Is anybody home?
Yeah!
Hey, WinWin.
He is excited.
How are you?
Good.
Hello, Blackie.
Good to see you. Hello,
Blackie. Blackie is my friend, old friend.
And he brings his toy to you.
Yeah.
And
Hi,
he's so
Blackie.
excited, he just want to play.
Yeah. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Good
Come
to
in.
see you. Good to see you.
Come in.
Yeah.
When Malaysia was under the COVID lockdown, she and her fiancé Albert, who is also a photographer, teamed up and did the most breathtaking series of food shots that attracted a lot of attention.
In Malaysia, our MCO, it means movement control, what's the order? Yep. We start on March 18. So our Prime Minister announced it a few days before. So when he announced, me and Albert was like thinking, oh shit, we have to cook. What should we cook? Then I'm like, anything, since you say you are a good chef and never really try your good food before, so you cook. So, and Albert said, okay, I will cook one good meal for you every day. But to exchange with this, you need to take the picture of that food. Okay? No food, no picture, no food. Something like this. We exchange a deal. So I said, okay, let's challenge ourselves. Take it as like a intensive training for both my skill and his cooking skill. He started from Japanese food, which is his strength. He worked for a Japanese restaurant before. And after that, we go into Southeast Asian dishes. And he was like, okay, maybe we can travel further away. We can go into, maybe I can go into European countries. And let's try cooking national dishes for some countries. Okay, so that's why we had a Hungary. What's the name of it? Goulash. Sorry, goulash. Goulash, national dish of Hungary. And from there, we just want to challenge our limit, how far we can go, push ourselves, and then we turn into contest gig. We submit all the pictures only for contest. After some time, they noticed me, and one of the company that noticed me is Panasonic. So they contacted me and asked me, can they lend me their products for me to use it, and yeah, just use it and let them know how's their product.
While Albert prepares the food, I chat with WinWin about how her journey in photography started.
I'm 13 years old, so I guess it's like 1995 maybe. It was a story of my grandfather gave me a small compact camera as a gift. So he just told me, so you are in charge of all the family photos now onwards. So I kind of like it because I was given a assignment, okay, and I can just go everywhere with the camera. It's very basic camera. It's a compact. There's no zoom, no aperture, no nothing. You just snap. That's it. So now at that age, I didn't know that I'm going to be a photographer, but I'm having good fun with that camera, that small camera.
And how did you know that you were interested?
In university, when I study graphic design, but I have this photography course. That's when I got to know film camera, and I got into darkroom, and my lecturer, Encik Ismail Hashim, inspired me a lot, and that's how I'm like, okay, I guess this is really, it's kind of my dream job. I think I want to go around places and take pictures of people. You at that age, you don't know what is genre. You just feel that you want to take pictures of people, you want to take pictures of environment, surrounding, that's it. So I think that's the point that I think I want to be a photographer.
The food is nearly done now, and even Blackie looks hungry. Today, Albert prepares a simple dish, fish and chips for us, while WinWin gets ready for the shoot. There's a small window of time here that she needs to use while the food is still hot and fresh.
The reason why I keep it fast, because I prefer the look of the food. It changes when the temperature drops, so it still looks good when it's first out from the oven or the wok. So that's the best look, so you need to be fast. Lighting is the most important element for your food photography. You can look for design element, you can go back to like you want colors, it's a colorful plate. You can look for, okay, you can get a few props ready, handy, always with you. Yep, that's it.
And voila, the magic is done, so fast and so smooth. Oh, and I haven't even mentioned the most exciting part. We are colleagues, fellow photographers at AirAsia, Asia's one and only low-cost airline carrier. So I must ask her how she got one of the most sought-after photography gigs in Asia.
I guess this is the photo shoot I did for Georgetown Festival in 2015, where I shoot a series of heritage food, Penang heritage, Georgetown heritage food. So they collect all the heritage. It should be heritage celebrations food. So it's a series, okay, and they compile into a booklet. That's how Chitra, our editor, and she found me to that festival. She saw my works, she loved it, and this is how it begins my journey towards AirAsia.
I'm wondering how difficult it was to get the job, but looking at her strong portfolio, it's obvious that the company gained as much as she did.
Yes, it is difficult actually, because there's so many competitors, there's so many people who are good in photography. And that is my first big series of food photography to compile into work, and it's just right time, right moment. Chitra spotted me, AirAsia spotted me, and that's my ticket to AirAsia.
When I ask her who influenced her photography, she mentions her fiancé Albert. Albert's photography focuses more on birds and landscape. Perhaps we'll look into this in a future episode. However, his activities as a chef seem to be an important inspiration to WinWin.
His background is food and beverage management, and we discuss. I show him. I know he's been there. He has been through a lots of food menu shoot. The most important that switched me into food photographer is actually Albert. I wasn't a food photographer then, and after I met him, I improved because he knows how food should look like, and I have the technical skill. So that's why I say there's a few percent in my photography journey, but to get me into food photography is Albert.
One thing I've learned in my so far 4 years in Malaysia, food is everything around here. It's the constant topic of conversations, a subject of endless social media posts. Life really revolves around food among Malaysians. So I can't help but wonder if this love of food has something to do with WinWin's ability to capture it so well.
Not really. You have greater Caucasian food photographer. You have Chinese food photographer. Malaysian, not much. The only thing is like we are blessed with really good food. Okay, really good food. We have lots of good spices. That's why we have so much variety of food. Nikki, you need to enjoy your food.